In 2025, somewhere in rural Australia, a guy was tending goats. Between feeding sessions, he wrote 5 lines of bash code. This code, while do cat prompt.md, agent, done. It's now an official Anthropic plugin. Why Combinator teams are using it. Developers are building entire products while they sleep. And it might be the final nail in traditional software development. Geoffrey Huntley wasn't trying to revolutionize anything. He was just annoyed. Anyone who's used AI coding tools knows the pain. You're building something. The AI makes progress. Then it hits an error. Everything stalls. Most developers accepted this. Geoffrey asked, why not? He realized when AI fails, the code is still there. The JIT commits are still there. What if you just ran it again? Fresh start, same prompt. But now the AI can see what the previous attempt did. Annoyance became a question. The question became a loop. 5 lines, infinite tries, retry, learn, iterate. Failure leaves footprints, logs, diffs, artifacts. The next attempt steps where the last stumbled, and it doesn't get tired. It just keeps going. They called it Ralph. Dumb persistence, smart outcomes. Here's the technique behind the persistence. He named it after Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. Dumb persistence. Ralph keeps trying even when he fails. Deterministically bad in an undeterministic world. Same instructions, different outcomes. So try again, deterministically. The genius? Progress lives in files and Git history, not the AI's memory. Rotate to a fresh agent. Context stays in artifacts. You're not losing context, you're clearing the pollution. Fresh eyes. Same trail. Prompt. Act. Save. Evaluate. Repeat. Wrap it with budgets and timeouts. Run loops in sandboxes. Files get rewritten. Safely. Respect dangerous flags. Anthropic formalized it into a Claude Code plugin. Principle. Failures are data. Rotate agents to avoid stuck states. Keep changes minimal, verifiable. Structure tasks. Gate with tests. Tests turn loops into compasses. Control spend. Stop when value is reached. Let it work while you rest. Human steps back. Loop steps in. What does this persistence buy? Proof in numbers. Then morning arrives, with code and results. A Y Combinator team set up a Ralph loop before bed. They woke up to 6 complete repositories. API costs $297. Equivalent contractor work, 50,000. ROI, 167x. Docs, tests, CI, done by morning. Commits with intent, not noise. Geoffrey ran a single Ralph loop for 3 months. The result? A complete programming language called Cursed. One developer completed a $50K freelance contract using primarily Ralph loops. Total API costs, $297. Another went to sleep with a half-finished REST API. Woke up to a fully tested, committed, production-ready feature. Cost, $3.47. Time saved, 12 hours. The loop compresses time and expands output. Failures become stepping stones when attempts are cheap. Repetition yields convergence. Set a cap. Let it work within constraints. Results worth waking up for. What once took teams and time now emerges from loops and logs. Ship, sleep, repeat. This isn't just faster coding, it's a new paradigm. The implications run deeper. Step back. For 50 years, software meant humans writing instructions for computers. Ralph inverts this. Now we write goals. AI writes the code. Geoffrey calls his next project Level 9, loops that evolve products and optimize for revenue. Programming the loop, not the feature. Automating the job function itself. Removing the need to hire humans when goals are clear. This isn't a tool to make developers faster. It's infrastructure to make developers optional. Humans define goals, tests, constraints. Loop does the labor. What happens to work when the loop can work alone? The ground shifts either way. Clarity is the new leverage, and restraint is strategy. Industry noticed, slowly, then suddenly. The response has been telling. When Geoffrey first shared this, most developers laughed. Then the laughter faded. Anthropic made it an official Claude Code plugin. That changed everything. Most revolutions are loud. This one is quiet. Developers run loops overnight, ship in the morning. Twitter is blazing with Ralph discussions. Companies are adopting it quietly. A tools ecosystem is forming around loops. Safety and observability maturing. Early adopters got a head start. A batch of YC companies is Ralphing. Run loops in sandboxes, backup repos. Failures are data, not disasters. The economics are uncomfortable, but real. A typical Ralph session, $2 to $5 for a medium feature. A typical junior developer, $25 to $40 per hour. Time to ship, 4 to 8 hours for humans, 1 to 2 for Ralph. The math is brutal. Defenders say, AI can't handle complex architecture. They're right, today. But Ralph doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be good enough. Guardrails carry the rest. Geoffrey, software development is dead in its traditional form. A hard sentence, harder reality. Engineering thrives, defining systems, constraints, ethics. Repetitive development compresses. Market signals shift first at the edges. Scopes move to goals and tests. Individually, you decide, resist or retool. The transition favors the prepared. Where do you start? With resources. You have two choices. Fight this change or ride it. We've put together everything you need. Guides, sandboxes, templates. Find them at End of Coding. A goat farmer wrote 5 lines of code. Those lines are now building software while we sleep. The question isn't whether this changes everything. The question is whether you'll be ready when it does. Start small. Sandbox. Measure ROI. Built with loops. Shipped by morning, from paddocks to production.